You still thinking about what the scientists told us? About where Renans really come from?
I am, but not for myself.
You're worried about the future of the Renan people.
The fact that our people have been the same this whole time will only give the Dahnans further reason to resent us.
But you still intend to confront this truth head-on, don't you?
Well, I did declare that I would live my life for the living, and not the dead. Even as I dream of retirement, I shall remain dedicated to the cause.
I'm sure you'll do great.
Now that I think about it, I don't believe I've ever heard you criticize or reproach us Renans even once.
I'm no saint. I have skeletons in my closet too. There was definitely a time when I hated Renans for who they were. I hated them just for being Renan. But you changed that, Dohalim. You gave me an opportunity to see them in a different light. Thanks to your reforms, we were able to stand next to Renans not as slaves, but as equals for the first time in our lives. Of course, I'm sure there were some Renans who still hated us on the inside. But we knew that not all of you were like that. There were those of you who were good, and that was a start. When it comes down to it, Renans are just people. They can be good or bad, just like Dahnans.
That is, in essence, the heart of your approach, isn't it? That we're all people.
Yeah, it is. When you can pull someone aside and talk to them one-on-one, then you have the chance to come to an understanding. But as soon as you stereotype, that chance goes away, and you stop thinking of them as people that you can relate to.
I understand what you're saying, but we're talking about massive numbers of Renans and Dahnans alike. Realistically speaking, surely they won't all be able to get along.
Even if we end up butting heads with one person, maybe we'll find better luck among their friends. If we can build a society that works like that, that'll be something worth nurturing and protecting.
So you wish for people to form real bonds and do away with the hierarchy outright? To deal with one another as humans, and nothing more? That's the ideal future you hope to see when this is all over?
Yes, I do. I think it would make for a fine tribute to my brother's legacy. Though, that said, I would be doing it for the people of the future first and foremost. Do you still plan to return to Lenegis when this is over?
Indeed I do. I don't know whether I'll be able to reside in Lenegis proper, however. My first order of business may be to find somewhere to live.
You'll always have a home in Menancia, you know.
As I shall ever keep in mind.
Well, if you ever need a helping hand, don't hesitate to come get me. I'll always be there for you, Doe.
Did you just... Never mind. Thank you, Kisara. I appreciate your patience as I work all this out.
Don't even mention it. And really, when you think about it, now that we know the two of us aren't so different after all, don't you think that brings down a barrier that used to be between us?
You know, I hadn't actually thought of it that way before. But I do like the sound of it.
Yeah, I think I do too.
Hey, why'd you call me here? Was there something you wanted to talk about?
Well, if everything we've heard about the Great Spirit is true, then we're getting close to our final battle. So I wanted to apologize while I can.
Apologize? For what?
I was being real stupid before, about whether Dana's will had been controlling us and all that. I get why you're angry now. Anybody would be if something they trusted was being questioned. So, I'm sorry, Rinwell. Really. I should have kept my mouth shut.
No, Law. Honestly, I think you might have been onto something. Of course you were worried. Who wouldn't be if they found out there might be some invisible force pulling our strings this whole time?
But you really trust Dana's will, don't you? Is it because you can sense it a lot more than the rest of us? Because you can understand it?
Yeah, I think that might be part of it. But I think I also want to believe it's good.
Believe?
Remember how I used to really resent coming from a family of mages?
Yeah, of course. Because you were always on the run and had to live in hiding.
When we rescued Zephyr and I finally decided to come along with you all, something changed inside me. It was the first time I felt like my powers had any meaning, even if that meaning was only helping you guys fight. Then, when I felt Dana's will, I was overwhelmed by how vast and warm it was. It made me want to believe my powers were made to connect with it. It made me believe I had a bigger purpose.
So that's why you hope it doesn't turn out to be bad. You almost need it to be kind.
Yeah.
Well, alright. Then I promise I'll lay off bad-mouthing it.
You will?
There's no way for me to know for sure one way or the other, right? But you trust it, Rinwell, and that's enough for me. So I'll trust it because you do.
Remember what I said about neither planet's great spirit reaching us here?
Yeah?
That's not quite true. I can feel just a little bit of Rena's inside you and everyone else.
What?
I sensed it when we first got here. It's a really small amount, so it doesn't feel like it has a will of its own. But I think that's how Dana's energy probably is too.
So you're saying there's a little bit of Dana's will inside each of us? In a way, doesn't that mean we're all Dana's will?
What?
Well, like you said, unless Dana's energy comes together, it has no will. So if we all have a little bit of Dana's astral energy inside us...
Yeah, maybe...
Everett 35 might know the answer. But, you know what? I don't need to ask it. My will is my own. I fight for who I want to fight for. That's who I am now. Who I've become. So thanks, Rinwell, for sharing that with me.
Ah.
To be honest, the only reason I was suspicious of Dana's will... Well, I mean, it mostly was... I feel like you and I had grown apart lately, and I was worried it was because...
Huh?
Never mind. Nothing. Just forget about it.
Huh? No, what were you saying?
Saying? I don't remember
Come
saying
on.
anything.
Now you won't tell me what you were
No,
thinking?
that's not what I'm saying.
Then spit it out already.
Are you sure you don't want to get some rest?
I can't. I've got too much on my mind. Especially knowing how close our last battle is. How are you doing, Xion?
Same as you, still trying to absorb everything.
Remember when it was so simple? We were only fighting all the lords on Dana? All of that feels like a lifetime ago, doesn't it?
Ages and ages ago. Everything that's happened since we first met. So many fights, so much chaos, so many wonderful people.
If I hadn't run into you that day, well, I wouldn't have met all of you. I never would have held the blazing sword or looked for something more. I wouldn't have my memories back. I'd still be a faceless slave, like as not long dead.
Hey, Alphen. I want you to promise me something.
Yeah?
If we can't find the Renis Alma, there's something I want you to do. Like Hevrecht 35 said, the only way we can end the Great Spirit for good is to go after both the main body in Rena and the thorns in me. I need you to promise me, Alphen, that if for some reason we can't get the Renis Alma back, you'll use the Blazing Sword to destroy the Great Spirit, and me along with it.
Huh?
It's true the Blazing Sword may not have the strength of the Renis Alma, but it's taken us this far. It's slain lords and beasts. At the very least, it has to be worth a try.
You can't be serious. Have you forgotten everything
Listen,
that we...
The Great Spirit isn't just our problem. It's a threat to our entire world. Renans and Dahnans alike. We don't know what's going to happen when we face it, but we need to be prepared for anything. We can't second-guess ourselves when the time comes. I promise you, I'm not planning on going anywhere. I'm prepared to fight with absolutely everything I've got. But if it comes down to it, I need you to be prepared too.
Okay. But you should know that I'm not going to give up on you, Shionne. I'm going to fight this until the very end. I hope you can forgive me for that.
Alphen. Okay, I understand. And I'll forgive you.
Thank you, Shionne.
So it's a promise then?
Yeah, it's a promise.
I remember how I felt the first time you touched me. My thorns made any contact a mistake no one would ever make twice. After they'd seen what could happen, fear would always linger behind their eyes. In my entire life, I never had someone willingly reach out to me. But when you reached out to me and gently took my hand, you didn't react at all. It was so easy for you. I don't have words for the shock I felt in that moment.
That's because I couldn't feel pain back then.
Even once you could, though, you still chose to keep reaching out to me. And when you did, I felt this warmth that I had never known before. But still, I hate having to see you suffer through it every time you do.
You won't have to worry about that for much longer.
You think so?
I do, because Shionne,
No. You can tell me once my thorns are gone. Okay?
Yeah. Okay. Everybody get enough rest? We ready for this?
Yeah, we should probably get moving.
Agreed. Can't stand around waiting all day.
Our task is relatively straightforward. We need only descend down to Rena, defeat the Great Spirit, and restore stability to both worlds.
We're fighting for a new future for both Dahna and Rena.
Right. We've come this far. We will save our worlds. That's a promise.
Then let's go, everybody. We've got one last wall to tear down.
Repairs on your starship are complete. Everything is in working order.
Is that you, Hevrek 35? You can see us from where you are?
I can. I can see anywhere within the bounds of Dake Faisal.
Sounds like someone's a peeping Tom.
Maybe we should give Hevrect 35 a break. It has been stuck in this tiny facility for a very, very long time.
I have unlocked all functions on your starship. You can now make use of its warp drive.
Warp drive? Wait, you mean like what the Red Women used on us? What brought us here?
It's possible that the Red Women may have found a way to activate it on the starship. They are Helganquil, after all.
Using the warp drive, you should be able to breach Rena's atmosphere without being detected.
Wait, should?
You'll need to be careful. Due to the force field surrounding Rena, the ship will be unable to go any further than the surface of the planet.
So, once we reach the shell, it appears we'll have to infiltrate the core by foot. Understood.
We gotta go all the way down just walking?
Will all the Helganquil go back to normal once we defeat the Great Spirit? I have a strange feeling we're going to have to fight them before this is all over.
The extinction of my people is inevitable at this stage. As such, it would be illogical to risk the success of the mission in a vain attempt to save my kind.
We understand.
Can't that thing lighten up a bit? Everything it says seems to be about what's illogical.
Well, come on, Doe.
Hold up, did you just...
You heard the lady. Get going.
I have one last question.
What?
As Sovereign, your identification number indicates that you are well past your predicted life expectancy. Similarly, the Maiden lacks any identification number, as her function should have been rendered unnecessary. Despite this, the two of you continue to exist. Why?
We exist because others have entrusted this to us. Over the years, many people have come together and sworn to see this through to the end.
You mean it is because of multiple chance interactions? The likelihood of such events is statistically improbable. Why have you two continued to persist under these conditions?
It's hard to explain. To be honest, I don't think it's something an observer could understand. All right, time to get back on the Fall Knights.
It would appear that our Helganquil host really has fulfilled its end of the bargain.
You know what that means. Time to go to Rena.
I guess this means we should give that warp drive a spin.
There's nothing here. This weird ocean we're surrounded by just stretches out everywhere. Is this really where the Helganquil come from?
I don't sense even a trace of astral energy. This world is dead.
Then this must be the Hollowing.
You mean to tell me this whole world, the entire ocean is that stuff?
And it's covering everything. The entire planet.
This is what the Great Spirit does. After it depleted this planet of every last speck of astral energy, it went after Dana.
So arresting. This world of doom.
Back in its day, Rena was probably just as vibrant as Dana is. But after being robbed of its astral energy for so long, those days are gone and past. This is all that will remain.
So the Great Spirit took everything. It stole energy not just from living beings, but the land, the sea, everything.
And it bound the Helganquil in servitude, until their whole world was nothing but this. And by the looks of it, that's how it remains to this day. A world of death and emptiness.
With nothing left here to consume, the Great Spirit turned its sights on Dana, looking for another host.
You're saying if we don't stop it, this is what Dana's going to look like?
We can be sure that even these few remaining remnants of Renan life will not be spared in the end.
If the oblivion and darkness both Shion and Naori saw comes to pass, nothing will survive. It looks like we can climb down from there. Let's take a look.
So this is Rena.
A hollowed ocean as far as the eye can see. What do you think would happen if we fell in?
What do you mean, what would happen? You'd drown, wouldn't you?
Come to think of it, I don't believe I've heard of someone ever trying. Perhaps you'd like the glory of being the first?
Nah, I'll pass.
This is essentially a world-sized Renan graveyard. Are you proposing to disturb the dead slumber just to satisfy your curiosity, Law?
No, because I said I passed.
Taking an interest is understandable, but let's not forget where we are. This place
Looks like we're not going to be hearing the end of this.
You'd think I was already snorkeling in it or So the idea is to seal the Great Spirit inside the Renis Alma using the Sovereign and Maiden's power. But just how do we do that exactly?
I'm guessing it won't be as easy as holding a spirit channeling ceremony at our leisure.
I already had wielded astral energy once 3 centuries ago. As for suppressing her thorns, Shion's, the problem isn't just our enemy's strength. It's that it's sentient, too. And you can bet anything you like it's not going to just sit back and let...
In other words, we need to find some way to weaken it.
Back when Shion's thorns flew out of control, we were able to deal with them directly. If this is their host, they should be even more corporeal here.
If that's the case, it should make them easier to attack at least. And if we can manage to divert enough energy away from the spirit's core, even temporarily,
we might just be able to weaken it enough to steal the Renis Alma, which we can then use to seal it away forever. It won't be easy, but it's our only shot. Time to buckle up. Question for you. Let's say, knock on wood, everything turns out for the best.
What'll the world be like? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of this, do you really think everything will be that different?
A lot will have to change, that's for sure. The world will have to adjust to so much. My only worry is if those changes turn out to be merely skin deep.
what do you mean?
It's well and good putting an end to Renan rule. But if it just turns the tables, it's all for naught.
That's true. Just as bad if the Dahnans started pressing their own.
Renans, Danans, astral art users, mages. The world is full of labels used to divide and separate people.
If only we could see differences like that for what they are. No different to someone having a musical talent or being good with their hands. Not differences so much as characteristics.
It will take someone in power to set an example. But with time, people will follow. And then...
there will no longer be any need for the example.
That's where we come in. Imagine it. A world where magic and astral arts are used to help people.
Yeah, you're right, Rinwell. Why wait for somebody else?
I wonder what Hilganquil civilization was like.
I can imagine that'd be something you'd take an interest.
There's no question it must have been advanced, like none either world has ever seen. We could surely stand to learn a thing or two.
I get that you're itching to delve into its history.
Put a pin in it, and you can do all the research.
I can think of worse things than a retirement dedicated to research. As for whether Ren...
It's a little early to be giving it serious.
A man can dream, though.
Oh, we didn't say there's anything wrong.
In your case, Dohalim, dreams have a habit of...
You'll need to stay with us for now, though. You're
Why do I feel this is less of a
just a friendly suggestion.
I feel like somebody's watching us.
Maybe there's someone around here who needs our help.
Hey!
Is this about dinner last night?
What? No! I mean...
Rinwell, the...
oh, yeah, right. So I was thinking of...
Yeah, they're designed to make whoever's wearing them stronger.
Right. So it kind of begs the...
I don't know, makes them more intimidating, I guess? Or maybe I'll...
You don't think it's weird how the armored soldiers are the exact same height as the Hell...
Can't say I'd ever noticed...
Connect the dots!
Okay, let me get this straight. You think the armored suits might have originally been designed...
Huh.
It would mean... just that, I guess. But still...
Not... hugely? Hey, Kisara, well, I've got you. What's on tonight's menu? Because I...
Get him, Hootle.
Oh!
Oh, now you wanna...
Ow, ow, ow!
I never realized before just how hot this place is. It's like being in...
You're only just noticing? Ah, yes.
That's the one. It's hard to believe I once worked in this soup.
And all with the mask concealing your face.
Back then, we had our plates full enough dealing with constant abuse from our Renan overlords. It never occurred to me the air itself was oppressive in its own way. My head's spinning just with the effort it takes to walk.
I think that's called heat stroke. You might want to take a sip of water.
You mean that water that's been festering under the sun for days? I wouldn't chance it without boiling it first.
Oh, I know. I'll go to the dock and fetch us some clean water.
Water alone won't suffice. You'll need to ensure...
In that case...
And then there were...
Bit of an overreaction.
Maybe it's not the time, but
I know what you mean.
you don't ever...
Are you kidding? You started all...
Oh,
You know, guys, when you think about it, we've taken out a lot of Zeugles. Like, a whole lot.
You can say that again. If one thing's for certain in this world, it's that wherever we go, we'll always end up bumping into them.
Isn't it weird that they're still so plentiful? You don't think the Renans have, like, a ranch where they breed them, do you?
Certainly in all of my years, I've never heard of them constructing such a massive facility on Dana, let alone up in Lenegis.
the only thing I can think of then is that the feral ones must be reproducing on their own.
There's also no organized effort on our part to hunt them down, so it's difficult to fully exterminate them.
Exterminate them? Whoa, don't you think that's maybe a little harsh?
What do you mean?
Zeugles originally used to be living creatures native to Dana and Rena, right? Being genetically modified isn't their fault.
You're right. Zeugles were only created because of us Renans. We altered the original creatures to suit our own ends.
First, people made Zeugles, and then we let them go. And now we're trying to kill them because they're a threat. They really have.
I hope we find a way to be.
It's a nice thought, but they attack towns and cities.
Aside from the strays that have gone wild, it's worth remembering that Renans are able to keep them somewhat.
If we had distinct territories that didn't overlap, that...
Well, I guess when you... Hey.
Yes.
Just great.
How's this?
Got it.
Hey! Yay!
All right.
We've reached our destination.
Yeah. Hey.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Just great.
I guess... Thanks.
Huh?
Well... All right.
All right.
Got it.
Hey, Alphen. What do you think of that chick over there?
Doesn't look like she really works out.
I'm not talking about her muscles, you dummy!
Hey.
Hey! Yes!
Right.
Sure.
I don't believe this! Ah! Okay!
Great. Good.
Nice! Ah!
But this is...
Wow.
Yes!
Oh!
Amazing!
Nice work. Very nice.
Thanks.
Yes!
Finally made it.
Right!
Zack. Leo Temple. Isn't that where Shion was being held?
Wasn't it beautiful? I can't wait for the...
Hey, Law. Been training?
Yeah, I guess I got a little carried away. You think this is bad, you should see the state of my underwear.
Yeah. A word of advice. You might want to refrain from mentioning that stuff around girls.
Man, can you imagine Rinwell's face?
I meant in general, but... You...
Huh? Oh, you know, she's a...
Either that, or maybe some part of you is...
May the trials and tribulations of young
romance? Like I'd be interested in that know-it-all tomboy. I'm more about mature...
You know, I used to be a tomboy, too.
Look, it's not tomboys I have anything against. But come...
Hey, I miss anything?
Thunderblade! Ah! What the hell?
A little birdie told me you were speaking about...
From the looks of it, I'd say...
It wouldn't be called the Spring of Youth without a little story.
Hey, Shion.
That's a little out of the blue.
Sorry, it's just... I don't know.
I suppose you're right. Well, to tell you the truth, if he'd been the way he is now back when I... But then, if we hadn't met like we did, then I never would have experienced...
I can imagine. I know it's not the same thing, but... I know what it feels like to have someone you love who's up...
Because of Miguel.
Alphen's still alive. And after all, who can say what the future holds?
Besides, touch isn't everything. I've never...
That's true. But I do remember back when we first met.
But that was a long time ago.
Don't worry, I'm only teasing. And you're right. There are...
I'll say, cooking immediately. And if it's someone's favorite dish, all the better.
You might just have a...
Uh-oh. If it's Alphen's palate you're appealing to...
Well...
Even after staying...
Renan and...
That might be...
One.
If it's...
You're right.
These things... What the...
Sorry. Sorry. There was
A bug?
Something tells me she would have shot it, whether it was a zoo...
This realm is teeming with human... In fact...
Sounds like they're...
What?
Insect...
Dohalim.
Hey, Elizabeth!
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Just great.
Cheers! What? Nice try, you two.
Never.
Wait. Something's wrong.
I
couldn't... Oh no. This is just like...
I'm alone.
What can I do to get her to snap out of it?
Alvin?
Shion, you're not alone. You've got all of There's also this, so please, we'll fight this together.
You dummy! That's not what I was upset about. How many times... That said, even if your bouquet is just a weapon named after one.
I'm just glad I could help. And
You never cease to amaze me.
Feeling better now, Shion?
I'm sorry I lost my cool like that.
Don't worry. It's not like I have any room for criticism.
Being a grown-up isn't easy, is it?
I never...
admitted.
Is it hard?
Oh, you bet.
Kisar... Spoken like a true guardsman.
The more I think...
Ew!
That part.
That sucks.
You never know what.
So basic...
Are you doing this on...
Always good to be back in familiar territory.
Let's see what's going on around here.
Yeah, there might be some...
Yes!
Excuse me!
Really now?
What?
I see.
Very nice.
Dohalim? The line of research... is getting longer.
Perhaps I should have put more thought into this before accepting.
Hey.
Yes. Oh.
Yay! What? Yeah!
Yeah.
Yeah!
We avoided getting roasted in that... ring. But what we could really use is something to cap this off.
Sure. Got... Any ideas on what would be good?
Mabo curry. Fried bread stuffed with curry.
You'd probably buy out the whole stock.
Is this the barrier that's keeping the Zoogle in that Nath mentioned?
Looks like it. Our Zoogle pal should be on the other side.
This barrier is weird. It looks old and half-finished. Plus, he said it was okay to break.
I mean, we won't need it anymore once the Zoogle's gone, right? So what does it matter?
Did they really think that barrier was enough for a Zoogle like that?
It was. That thing was sturdier than you give it credit for.
Really? So that's the Zoogle, huh? This should be a piece of cake.
Don't get careless, Law.
I'd steer clear of... that Zoogle if I were you.
Looks like trouble with a capital T!
Together, we've got this! Crush!
Bet that shell's hiding something tasty. Stop getting warm!
The fluidity of your movement is simply incredible.
Eat this! You pay for that!
I'll bring you back from
Dragon Swarm!
resuscitation.
Here I come! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
I've healed myself.
Here, let me help. First aid!
Here it comes!
Lunar Blast!
You're mine! No escape!
Leave the enemy's arcs to me.
No complaints here!
Outstanding form.
Okay, here I go!
Thanks, Fiona.
Be careful not to overdo it.
One song.
Armor won't save you!
It's too much! I'm not done! Tear!
No further!
Crush!
This one's mine.
Everlasting
You're mine!
Resonate with the earth!
Here goes.
On your
Eat dirt!
So much for sitting this fight out.
That wouldn't be a complaint, I
No escape!
That'd be silly.
Take this! Here I come! Crush!
Blow away!
This should do it! Take this! Crush!
I'm out of ammo. Don't mind if I do.
I'm not done! Vacuum blade!
Here, let me help.
Dragon Swarm!
Tornado drive!
There!
Seismic Runter!
Dragon Swarm!
Elusive deity! Attack time! I'm on a roll now!
I'm not done!
Shading pile driver! Far enough!
Dragon Swarm!
Grind it to dust!
Here I come! No escape! Vacuum blade!
Down on the ground!
Dragon Swarm!
Need to pull myself together.
This one's all mine!
Here's evil.
Ignite!
You hear it now!
Here I come!
Here goes.
I'm not done! There!
Can't get out of this! Let's tear him up!
Severing wind!
Power of flame. Not advantage without a trace.
Blow away! Anything in armor is all mine!
Dragon Swarm! There!
That'll bring you down.
Now I'm in the groove!
A thrilling performance.
Dragon Swarm!
By the power of flame.
Not my finest!
Stay away from my friend! Dragon Swarm! Vacuum blade!
I'll bring you back from depths abyss. I'll bring you back from depths abyss.
Crush! Vacuum blade!
Let me show
Nothing
you
gets... Right here!
Rise and shine.
Dragon Shell! The
Never
Dragon
interfere.
Fire! Not today!
Ready, radiant, here.
Vacuum blade!
Rise and shine.
Incineration wave!
I'm just getting started!
Not in your dreams.
Inferno punch!
Take this!
Hear me.
There! There!
Burning strike. Glacial
Vacuum
spear.
blade!
Here's evil.
Oh, now you're talking!
Dragon Swarm!
Thanks, Mike, for blocking blade!
Here, let me help.
This should do it!
No?
Here I come!
Me again!
Crush!
Execution!
Denied! You're finished!
I'm on a roll now!
Take this! No escape!
Rise and shine.
Dragon Swarm! There! mine! You picked the wrong fight!
No more playing nice! I'm there for
Take this! You escape! Take this! You escape!
amazing.
Hurricane Flood!
The water
Mirage!
Reload! Not on my watch! Steering clear!
Here I come!
I'm out of ammo! I'm on with astral energy!
Soaring Generation Wave! Here I come! It's wide open!
It won't escape me. In a bind?
I'll be saving this one!
I'm not done!
That'll bring you down!
Resonate with the earth.
Ready to go! Hear me!
Here I come! Okay, here I come!
Here's the eagle!
It's on!
I can
Carve through one. Face you.
I'm not done! You picked the wrong fight!
It looks like you got this one covered.
Incineration Wave! Here I come! Dragon Swarm!
Don't mind if I
Force
do.
of regeneration.
I'm not done! Dragon Swarm!
I'm ready.
Trigger!
Astral energy.
Say no more!
Shine. Radiant light. Force of regeneration. Regenerate.
No escape!
Don't suffer in silence.
It's the distance!
Everlasting dump.
Lightning
Negative
raging
gate.
cascade.
On your knees.
Flood. A whirling struggle.
Air pressure.
Winds of heaven. First force.
Stalagmite. Ripping you apart.
Here's a more for the stock.
Bloody howling.
This should do it!
Let's go.
Oh, back into the feathers.
Glad you had your uses.
I'll show you how useful I can be.
Here goes. What was I thinking? Came between heaven and earth.
You're mine!
Wailing Banshee of lightning.
No! Can't end here!
Don't leave me.
Anything in order is all mine.
Free hands. Dance in the wind.
It's in your hands now.
This can't be happening. Gale force. More. I can't run. Illuminate the dark. I'll bring you back from death to this world. Resuscitation.
Shine. Radiant light.
Bring you
Force
back
of
from death.
regeneration.
I'm not done!
Regenerate.
Resuscitation.
Dragon Swarm!
Leave the charge to me.
Radiant light.
Don't
Armor
suffer
will
in
save
silence.
you. Back into the fray. Here goes. Go get it. There you go. Don't let up.
Not today!
I won't give up.
You! Stay away from my friends! I owe you one.
Now or never. From beyond. Imbued
Chain between heaven and earth. It's about to strike.
Look sharp, everyone!
Purge malevolence. Arcane waterfall.
can't get out of this.
More for the stop. Here, thunder shield.
Armor won't save you. Elusive deity.
Try harder! My turn! Here I come! No escape!
Sleep now. That'll bring you down.
Resonate with the earth.
Dragon Swarm!
Nothing gets by me. Far enough.
By the power of water. Raging storm.
Air pressure.
Annihilation.
Rending you apart. Bloody
Burn!
Ready to forgive.
I'll bring you
This is my
day. First force. Resuscitation. We're natural energy.
Not done yet!
In your death.
I can carve through armor.
I'll bring you back
Vacuum
from death's
blade.
abyss.
I'll face you.
Incineration Wave! This should do it!
Elusive deity.
You're mine! Vacuum Blade!
Raging cascade.
Dragon Swarm!
No further. Watch yourself. Incredible power.
That move.
Here comes the big one! Try harder!
Here goes!
Take this!
Let the marksman handle it. Here comes the blade!
Try harder!
Where are you going?
Now! You're mine!
I will carve through armor!
Show you what my
This one's all mine! Incineration wave! It's over! Eat dirt!
Elusive field!
Dragon form!
Hitting pile driver! Shattering pieces! Attack time!
Annihilation!
Explosive ring!
Ring without a trace!
I'll grind you into dust!
A whirling trouble!
I'm gonna need more of that. Can't get out of this!
First force! I can't heal you
smash you!
forever! Magic is there! Air drop! By the power of
Penumbra!
Annihilation!
Hitting pile driver!
Radiant blood! Got it! Here! Now a chance!
Dragon
Arch
form!
shield!
Vacuum
Lightning
blade!
condemned!
Eagle ray!
Dragon form!
Illuminate magic is them!
I'm sorry,
gonna
Mom.
attack!
You do the same for me. By the power of I'm ready! In here! Get on in there with the others!
You may be strong, but I'll never back down!
Regenerate! Take this!
Being interrupted.
I'm in your debt, Dohalim.
Then tonight's meal is on you.
Go.
Begin!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss!
No further.
Ready to go! What my art can do! I never miss! Air thrust! I'll bring you back from
I'm not
death's
done!
In the wind! Air thrust! A chain between heaven and earth! A wailing banshee of lightning!
I'm not done!
Winds of heaven! Earthquaker spear! Here's evil!
You picked the wrong fight!
Not long to go now!
We couldn't have done it without you, Renwa.
Try this!
Thanks! Come on! Let's see when you get in there and finish this fight!
Attack time!
Take care of... Resuscitation!
No rest for the wicked.
No dawn shall break this night! Eagle ray! Down on the ground! Tornado drive! Far enough!
That's gonna smart without a trace!
No dawn shall break
Listen to it!
Explosion! Winds of heaven! First
Try harder!
no further!
I'm not done! It's over! Dragon form!
Resonate with the earth!
Vacuum blade!
Hold on to your art!
On your
Time to let it rip!
Radiant
This should do it!
Here, let me help!
Dragon swarm! Coming through! Ha! Scarlet Inferno!
Let me show you this one's mine!
I'm not
Where are
done!
you going?
I can carve through armor!
Strike!
Here goes!
Dragon swarm!
Reload!
There!
Let me show you what my art can do!
Dragon swarm! Not today!
Elusive deity!
Holy
Here I come!
Soaring blast! Soka! Eagle ray!
Incineration wave!
Ready to go!
Watch yourself. I sense incredible power.
Annihilation!
Now I can let loose!
Lightning! The flame! By the power of burning! Interconnect in the wind! Air drop! A chain between heaven and earth!
Force of regeneration! Regenerate!
I owe you one!
Air thrust!
I owe you... No! Can't end here!
Here goes! Captivity! This'll come in handy.
Armor won't save you!
Up and out! Let's go! Let them
Dragon
Here's
Wall!
another raging cascade!
Try this!
Magic
Explosive ring! Shattering the pieces! Attack! That's done! This one's all mine!
Now!
Rimba!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Huh? What's a letter do?
Hell if I know. I highly doubt that Zoogle was trying to... Law.
Huh? What's up?
Something up?
It's from my old man. My dear son, I wonder how things will be between us by the time you read this.
In any case, I first want to congratulate you on all that you've accomplished. Making it this far requires a strong body, fine technique, an unwavering spirit, and most of all, friends that you can count on. If you have all of that, then I, as your father, have nothing to worry about. Those things together will always keep you on the right path. That brings me to what I really wish to discuss with you. As with all of us, there will someday come a time when you'll be a grown man who can and must think and act for himself. Whether you'll live in a world where blood will no longer be spilled between Dahnans and Renans, or when that day arrives, nobody can say. But even if peace still eludes us then, you'll have to decide how to live in this world. Listen to others with an open heart, but don't be swept away by their words. Always live on your terms. One more thing. If I ever see you again, I hope to say this to you in person, but neither of us knows what tomorrow may bring. Know this. Whatever you think of me, and what I've done, your mother and I love you very, very much.
And there's nothing in this whole world that will ever change that. Your father, Zephyr.
Zephyr.
I can't believe he's only telling me all this after he's gone. What am I supposed to do with this?
Zephyr once told me that living freely meant being your own master. I think he wanted to make sure you know how he felt one way or another. What you do with that knowledge is up to you.
But that still doesn't explain why his father left that letter for him here, of all places.
Don't forget, we were led to this place. We may well get some answers if we go back to the source of all this. That was quite the little adventure we went on.
Hey.
Hey.
I guess... No way. Damn. Whew.
All right. This is...
Thanks.
You okay, Law?
I'm fine. Just feels a little... oh!
So I guess that means you'll be visiting your...
His grave? What are you, nuts? There is no grave.
Back before Calaglia was liberated, dead slaves would be dumped in mass... We got used to cremating our own to deny them the pleasure. Then we'd sprinkle the ashes from high up as a way of returning.
It's all we could do. That's the ceremony we had when...
But that was back then, right?
I suppose you've got a point. Once you've been doing something for generations, though, it sort of begins to take...
My dad wouldn't want that anyway. Besides, I can't treat him differently than my mom. They might not end up...
I hadn't thought of it like that. Wow, they're probably watching over us.
That's why I can't afford to screw up. If I know my pops, something as paltry as death won't stop. Still, better than being left...
Looks like... We get to sleep with a roof over our heads.
Did we really just...
Good food is the best kind of...
finally made it.
Sure is good to be back in the pleasant climes of Menancia. Especially after the extremes of some of the other
Definitely.
You do me an honor.
I didn't mean it that way. Native or not, that doesn't change the feelings you had for the place.
Allow myself to feel pride, huh?
Nothing sounds easy when you overthink things the way you do.
He's always worrying about...
Yeah.
Let's... Alphen...
Zephyr's being...
It's all...
No,
Did Law just...
I do think about things, you know. Just,
Honestly?
what the hell makes me a dolt, you dope?
I mean, she did say he was a likable...
Let's refrain from poking this particular Zoogle any further.
Not to dolts any...
Hey, Kisara. What's your secret for putting up with Dohalim?
Secret?
Could have had me fooled. Anyone who waxes lyrical on the aesthetic qualities of cactus thorns is a step too...
And those poetic flourishes?
He likes the sound of his own voice, that's for sure. I say let him have his fun. No need to try and...
Has he always been...
He didn't seem as on edge all the time back in Menancia. Though he was my superior back then.
The Lord of Cislodia hid in plain sight while
An imposter?
I like...
Come to think of it, what with being a lord and all, he's probably...
It wouldn't surprise me. Having you guys around...
A little...
An opponent like this should be easy. Burn! I'm on it! Come and get it! Elusive deity! Go away! Eagle Ray!
It's like trying to keep up with a wall!
Dragon form! Soaring blast! Here I come! Escape!
No further!
There! Dragon form!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
That's some power you wield.
You're the one who did the heavy lifting.
Right, here goes!
This one's mine!
Strike! First strike! It's over! The flame inside me yearns to be let
Leave
free!
the agile ones to me.
Now I'm in trouble.
Burn in hell!
That's it.
Soaring blast! Dragon form! New back!
Stand back. I'll trip it up. Can't get out of this!
Swallow dance! Strike!
I'm just getting
Dragon form! There!
Oh, now I'm real mad.
Crescent Slash!
Do it!
It's over! Shield!
This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes! A merry distraction.
There's still more to go!
Talon storm! Dragon form! There! Talon hurricane!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Searing flame! Reload!
You're mine!
Eat this!
Talon hurricane! I'm ready!
Kisara! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Well then, I should probably think about tonight's menu. We should be able to cook here.
That's a pretty tall tower we're looking.
I love how much amazing food we get to eat even when we're out on the road.
Me too. Especially compared to what I used to have when I was still a slave. This is paradise.
It's amazing what good food can do to keep your hopes up. Nagal used to say all the time that the power of food is subtle, yet profound.
Yeah, ain't that the truth? For whatever reason, I find I don't worry nearly as much when I've got a full stomach helping me out.
That's why you shouldn't be such a picky eater.
Huh?
She's right. You always leave food that you don't like on your plate when you're done.
Come on, what's the big deal?
Back in the day, I couldn't think about leaving any food. It was such a waste not to eat at all. You needed every last scrap of energy.
Exactly. Even when my brother and I didn't have much to eat, we all did what we could to make it taste good and enjoy what we had.
That definitely explains a lot about why you cook the way you do, Kisara.
Dohalim, I bet you don't know what any of that's like. You must be used to food being handed to you on a silver platter.
Sometimes it was gold.
You didn't shy away from that at all.
Although, there was one experience that does come to mind.
Oh?
When I first learned that the food I ate originally came from animals and fish, I was rather taken aback.
You just ate whatever was in front of you without even thinking about it?
That's a silver spoon elite for you.
Your cooking has really improved, Xion.
It's because of you that I understand what makes it so fun. I'm glad everyone seems to enjoy what I make too.
I've noticed a disturbing trend that after it's your turn to cook, our ingredients tend to run really low. What's up with that?
That is a good point, Law. There's a weird difference between the amount of ingredients she prepares and how much food actually gets served. Curious. Very curious indeed.
I don't know. Isn't it pretty normal for veggies to shrink a little when you fry them up?
Or maybe she eats all the bad batches herself so we won't notice.
Come on, I wouldn't do anything like that.
Then how would you explain the difference?
Ahem. I have a theory that I wish to propose.
What is it?
As we all know, Xion here can have quite the appetite. I imagine she often taste tests her own food as she prepares it. By my eye, it would appear that her footprints are leaving deeper impressions as of late. Far be it from...
She's been...
And yet, she still looks so...
Yeah.
Wait a sec, are you...
I'm what?
Nothing. Xion.
Sorry about...
I didn't come to criticize you.
You don't need to worry about me. It's like how you used to not care about getting...
You're right. That is how I used to be.
Then what do you mean?
It's different.
Look, if you mean because you can...
It's because I don't want to see you getting... You're right. When I couldn't feel any pain, I put myself in... I didn't listen to anybody's warnings. This isn't about you and me being able to... Is that a creep?
No, it isn't. We can't...
I'm sorry.
I will, at least.
Xion, could we talk a moment?
I thought you had something to talk about.
Not really. Why? Should I leave you alone?
No.
We used to really have to force these conversations when we...
To say the... Hey.
What is it?
Do you think... you...
Make what?
Just, if you wanna... Just...
Huh?
What did you think I...
No, it's nothing. Don't worry about it.
Well,
This is...
So you remember? That's right. We're going to fix the... Although I remember it not being well received.
You still remember that, huh? I'm sorry, Xion.
I'm just teasing you, Alphen. I picked this recipe because it's easy to make, and I thought it would be a good choice for dinner, too. Anyway, let's get to work. With both of us making it, we should be finished in no time.
I never thought we'd end up eating alone like this again. Just the two of us.
Yeah. So much has changed when you look back on it. Well, I guess maybe not what we're eating, but still.
No, I'd say even that's changed too, in a sense. Our meals are a whole lot better now.
True. We've both come quite a long way in the culinary arts.
That's not exactly what I mean. How do I put it? It feels like eating together is a lot more enjoyable than it used to be.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Even after our battles are done, when Dana is saved and our mission is finished, we'll probably still be sitting down to dinner like this, night after night.
Yep, I doubt that much will change. You've always got to eat at some point.
I hope our dinners will always feel like this.
Maybe not exactly like this. Hopefully we won't still be camping out.
Oh, no, not at all. I meant in a nice, warm house. One with a roof over our heads and a proper fireplace, instead of an open campfire.
And real chairs instead of these logs. Nice plates and silverware on a big dining table. Oh, and a proper kitchen. That'd be nice too.
And when it's time to fix dinner, we'll be in that kitchen.
Standing side by side.
Whoops. Looks like we made too much. I don't think we'll be able to finish all this.
Yeah, you're right. I'll see if anybody else is still awake. I'd really hate to have to throw it away.
Side by side, huh?
looking forward to breakfast. Did you get enough sleep?
Everything okay there, big guy?
I'll say.
What's eating at you? Come on, Alphen.
Oh.
Yeah,
It's,
a pebble.
snuck its way into the back of my...
Oh, I totally get you.
Yeah. It's barely bigger than a grain of...
You know, maybe this is a crazy salute.
Ah!
Phew. Seemed kind of obvious. That's the trouble with windy places.
Alphen, is it just me, or have you become extra sensitive ever since getting...
Now that you mention it, the other night at camp, there was a fly buzzing around that annoyed him.
So much for sensitive.
Nothing new on that?
What's the matter, Alphen?
He wants to get angry, but knows that doing so would only prove our point. Hence the...
Would you stop analyzing the...
Point taken. Bad feeling about this.
Come and face me! Bloody dragon form!
I'm not so good with airborne targets. I'm going to use all the power of my healing art.
We've got flyers!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it!
All yours! You picked the wrong fight!
Flame of fury!
Take this! There! Dragon Gale! Vacuum Blade!
That'll bring you down!
No escape! Dragon Swarm!
Searing flames!
I'm just getting started! There!
Bathed in blood.
Dragon Swarm!
Resonate with the earth.
Here I come!
Stalagmite.
Crush! Dragon Swarm!
Annihilation!
No escape! Crush!
Back into the fray!
Do
it! Zoe! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes. A merry
My
distraction.
turn!
There's still more to go!
I'm not done! It's on! Ignite!
Sonic Spear.
Freeze
Crush!
laser!
Eagle Ray.
Come on!
Oh, now I'm real mad.
You're mine!
Resonate with the earth.
Stalagmite!
There!
Bathed in blood.
Dragon Swarm!
I'll crush you. Lightning reflexes. Tenebrous claw.
I'll let the marksman handle this! Laser Spear! Here's evil! Eagle Assault! Freeze laser! This one's mine!
Here I come!
Elusive deity.
There!
Require a hand.
Rotating
Dragon
Swarm.
Swarm!
Here, let me help!
Wind!
First aid!
Negative
Soda.
gate.
Hurricane Thrust!
Here I go!
Hurrah! You're mine!
Into the
I'm
shadow!
not done! It's time!
Red! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
There you go, Alphen!
It's time to end this battle!
I'm right beside you!
Tear! Soda! Crush!
That'll bring you down!
Crush!
Stalagmite.
Dragon Swarm! Vacuum Blade!
Reload!
Wind!
Resonate with the
Hurricane
earth.
Thrust!
By the
You're on! Take this!
Bathed in blood.
You're mine! We've turned the tables on him.
There are still more left!
Right! No time to hold back! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! My turn!
Everlasting
Hurricane Thrust!
Do
Hurrah!
it!
You're mine!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
That's some power you wield.
You're the one who did the heavy lifting.
It's just steps upon steps. Why would someone build this?
Not to live in, I'm guessing.
Right? It would take someone real kooky to build all this.
Right. This astral energy is incredible.
It's so thick here. Even we can sense it.
Get ready, everybody!
I was born ready. Nothing can surprise me.
Look up there!
What the hell is that?
Please tell me we don't have to fight that.
We'll worry about that later. There are things on the ground to deal with first.
I'm like bait to them.
It's over! Dragon Swarm!
Flying freeze. Like if they just sit still.
Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
I'll finish you here and now.
Let the marksman handle this. Where are you going?
Escape!
For you, Dad.
Dragon Swarm!
Resonate with the earth. I'll take
Very
it.
good!
Let the marksman handle this.
You're mine!
This one's mine.
It's over! Dragon Swarm!
Here's a healing arm.
Vacuum Blade!
First aid.
Thanks! This one's all mine!
To an end.
Hurricane Thrust!
That thing's headed this way!
Even I can't stop that!
Everyone, look out!
We're doomed.
Pull it together, Law.
Sorry, right. I'm calm.
Sure. Sorry to trouble you.
Newcomers,
Let's welcome them.
watch the ones up above, too! Take this! Strike! Dragon Swarm! Vacuum Blade! Severing Resistance! Hold on! Burn it hell! Here I come! I'm not done! Down!
I'm on it. Heal my weary companion.
Let the marksman...
I'm not done!
I'll finish you here and now.
Dragon Swarm! There!
I'm going to need to use all the power...
Come thy sin.
Let's cloud on that
Mighty
one down!
Dragon Blade.
Hope this works!
Dragon
Radiant, look
Swarm!
here!
Vacuum Blade!
Execution. Another incantation ruined.
Totally! In an instant! Impact Block! We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz.
Here I come!
Come forth and healing security! Radiant, look here!
Can't get out of this.
Nail strike!
You're finished!
Here's a healing art!
Here I come!
First aid!
Blue escape!
Stand in the way!
Burn in hell!
Air
Here I come!
A whirling struggle!
It's over!
Winds of heaven! First forth!
Dragon Swarm!
Elusive deity.
Hitting all fields! Healing art to a 30 kilometers away!
Dragon Swarm!
Eagle Ray.
I can't heal you forever!
Wind!
One more time!
Stardust! Here I come! I'm not done!
Cyclone! This one's mine! Magic is in! Air strike!
mine!
Radiant, no more play! Night focus! Here's a healing art!
Eagle Ray.
First aid! Radiant, here!
Take this!
Here's evil!
Blue escape!
Freeze Lancer!
Dragon Swarm!
More for the
Back the
stockpile!
flame inside me!
The waters of
to be let
magic is
free!
in! Feel the power of flame! I'll finish without a choice!
This should do
Blah,
it!
blah, blah. Everybody is here! One more time!
You're mine!
On your
Here I come!
A whirling
I'm not
struggle!
done!
Winds of heaven!
There!
First forth! Field! Do
Dragon
it!
Swarm!
This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes. A merry distraction.
There's still more to go! Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
On your
not a
rise
chance.
and rend!
Blue escape!
Air thrust! A whirling struggle!
Here! Stardust!
Do it!
It's over!
First astral energy! Full throttle! They just keep coming!
This thing's putting us through our paces.
Begin! The tempest and jump!
Let me help!
Burn in hell!
First aid!
Here I
Just
come!
what I needed!
Sonic Spear.
I'm out of ammo!
Explosive ring!
Annihilate! Come forth and heal security! Finish!
Shine, Kareem.
Air thrust! I never miss! A whirling struggle!
Can't get out of this.
Winds of heaven! Ice wall!
Now you see what I can do. I'll blind you with a
Healing circle!
This death
You may be strong, but I'll never back down!
Radiant
You're mine!
Radiant light.
I'm not done!
Regeneration. Regenerate.
Radiant
Okay.
clear! Only land!
Is that a healing art? It is. I can't ignore your pain. I'll try to do more here.
Power of my healing arts to accomplish. Goodbye! A whirling struggle.
Take this!
Healing circle! Lunar blast!
I couldn't make it in time.
Anything in armor is all mine.
to let it
Imbue
rip.
this vanquished soul with
Radiant
light!
Storm!
Ignite! Dragon Form!
Razor
Severing Wind!
Radiant light!
Can't lose.
Mirage! Dragon Swarm!
Resonate with the earth!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here, let me help.
Come on!
Come forth, healers of
I'm not
purity!
done!
Can't get out of this!
Reload!
I can carve through armor!
Searing flame!
I'm not done!
Down on the ground! Getting piled!
Can't move!
Forgive me. This is my fault.
Can't be squirrel! Healing circle!
This is resuscitation!
Searing flame! Reload! Press! A whirling sword!
Blade!
First aid! Winds of heaven! Burst radiant!
Everlasting
By the power
Take it!
of flame!
I'm not done!
Eagle Ray!
Winds of
Try
heaven!
harder!
Burst! I'm going to use all the power of my healing arts to accomplish it.
Vacuum Blade!
Get on in there with the others.
Strike!
Resurrection!
In your debt.
Thunderblade!
I'll face you.
This can't be happening.
You pay for that! Here I
Crazy
come!
cascade!
Wide open!
It
Dragon
won't
Swarm!
escape me.
Vacuum Blade!
Chain between heaven and earth.
From beyond.
A
Incineration
whirling
Blade!
banshee of lightning!
Dragon
In
Swarm!
here!
The art of being interrupted.
What's he thinking?
Here I come!
Here! This is
No
it!
escape!
Burning!
In a vine,
Glacial spear! Here's
Blade!
evil!
breath of life. Heal my wearied companion.
Ignite!
Flame of fury!
Take this!
War for the stockpile!
Strike! Dragon Swarm!
I'll heal you all!
Electric Blade!
Freeze lantern! Rise and rest all day!
Try harder! Not again!
Air thrust! Annihilation!
Sorry.
Try harder!
Lightning!
Your
Glacial spear!
line!
Here's evil!
Strike!
This will come in handy later!
Shine. Radiant light. Force of regeneration. Now you see what I can do.
Your line!
In here!
Let us take this away.
This will come in handy! Power of flame!
I'm not done!
Hey, I could do without rest.
Hey!
Alright! It's showtime! That'll bring you down! Dance in the wind!
Breath of life.
Please
Heal
not
my
done.
wearied companion.
Radiant light! You all come here! Incredible!
Flame inside me! Yours to be let free! Take this!
No dawn can break this night. Eagle Ray.
Dragon Swarm!
Now
Vacuum Blade!
can't get out of this.
Try harder! My turn!
Take this.
Now!
Everlasting
No escape! It's over!
Demon
Dragon Swarm!
Begin. The fluidity of your movements is simply incredible.
Vacuum Blade!
Fiction light.
Armor won't save! Nothing gets by me!
Dragon
Far enough!
There! One more! A whirling trouble! Here! Winds of heaven!
Take this! Strike!
Rise and shine!
Penumbra! Burn in hell!
Cyclone!
Rotating
Dance in the wind!
Strike!
Heal!
No escape!
Standing form! War for the stockpile!
I'm ready!
Do it!
In an instant! Impact Block! You're mine!
No dawn.
Right!
War without power!
It's time.
You're finished!
Take this.
It's weakened! Sleep
Dragon!
well!
This ends now!
War for the
There!
stockpile! Explosion!
Vacuum Blade!
When it is time,
Eagle Ray!
Another wave?
How long do we have to deal with this?
Here I go! I never miss! Feel!
Here I come!
Get on in there with him! Here! Flame of
It's over.
fury! Burning
Dragon
strike!
Swarm!
Lightning
Nothing gets
descent!
by me!
Thunderblade!
Ignite!
Freeze laser! Magic is there!
You're mine!
Bloody
Dragon Swarm!
Here's the evil chain between heaven and earth!
Win!
Where are you going? Banshee of lightning!
I'm not done!
Lightning descent! Thunderblade! First aid!
Resonate with the earth.
Here I go!
Mega ray!
Stay away from my friend! There!
From beyond. Imbue this vanquished
Try
soul
harder!
with
Not
light.
again! I'm not done!
I'll heal you all!
Stardust!
I still got the healing circle!
Try harder! Not again! Soda! Hurricane Thrust! You're finished! Here I come!
In a bind?
Healing Circle!
Astral Arts?
That's my cue!
It's over! Shut him
I
down!
owe you, Keon. Healing is what my arts do best. All mine can do is cause havoc and destruction. Illuminate the top!
Sorry, I didn't want to put you off.
Our friend's force, we can't depend on them.
Now!
You're right.
This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes.
You're mine! I owe you one! Strike! You picked the wrong...
You must be tired of hearing me. I'm merely doing what I can to help.
Glad you're on up.
Dragon Swarm! Vacuum Blade!
All disasters made one! Come forth! Helix of the...
You're mine! No escape!
I hope this medicine works as promised.
Here, let me help!
It's over!
Do it!
Back in!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
There you go, Alvin!
It's time to end this battle!
I'm right... Side me!
Try harder! Take this!
No further.
No escape! I'm gonna need more than that.
If it's in the sky, it's mine!
Time to let it rip! You're mine!
Burning strike!
Dragon
Glacial
Swarm!
Spear! Pierce evil!
Wind!
Freeze
Stardust!
Laser!
Tear! Hurricane Thrust!
I'll bring you back from
Hurrah!
death to death!
I'll burn it all! Flaming Pillar! Fire!
I'll bring you back from death to
Here I
death!
come! Eat dirt!
Resuscitation!
Here I come!
Here, let me help!
Vacuum
Do
blade!
it! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble. From beyond,
My turn!
imbue this vanquished soul with
Try
life.
harder! Not a chance! I won't lose. No. Now, not
Glacial
ever!
Spear! Pierce evil! Freeze Laser!
Tear!
Who wants to made one? Come forth and heal the Here, let me help! First aid! Down on the ground! One more!
Shine, radiant light.
Illuminate the dark!
Regenerate, regenerate.
Dance in the wind!
Take this!
Air thrust!
No escape!
In a bind?
Wind rabbit!
Try harder! Here I come!
I'll blind you with a
There!
shot. Captivity.
Sovereign wind!
Where are you going?
Brilliant performance! You're on! Is this it?
Don't give up! Healing circle! I'll bring you back from death to this! Flawless flight! Ice resuscitation!
I owe you.
Here's a healing art! First aid! Wait! Cascade! I'll bring you back
It's
from
too
death
much!
to this!
Here I
Dance in the
come!
wind!
Vacuum blade!
Here's a healing art! Heaven and earth!
Thanks, Shira.
Be careful not to overdo it.
I'm sorry. I'll do better.
Disasters made
Here I
one!
come!
Come
I'm not
back!
done!
The purity! Radiant blood!
Radiant blood! This time!
Sand thrust!
You picked the wrong
Now
fight!
for something regenerate! The flame
When you're death, Deathly.
And tonight's meal is on you. Keep going.
Now!
Looks like
While
you've
it's
got this
reeling!
one covered. Take it down!
Can't move!
Don't leave me! I'm going to need to use all the power of my healing art to accomplish this. A wailing beauty of lightning!
Our surges denied. Resonate with the earth.
If it's in the sky, it's mine!
We've got him on on the run.
Don't get confident!
Right. Still anyone's fighting.
Negative gate!
Healing circle! What would I do without you? Thanks for the healing.
Watch yourself, okay?
Yeah, you too. Air thrust! Healing circle!
Rending you apart!
There!
On your knees!
Try harder!
Not a chance!
There!
Air thrust!
Anything in armor is all mine! Plasma!
Dragon Swarm!
Rending you apart!
There! I owe you one. Take this! Here I come!
Freeze Lancer!
Here! Soda!
Dance in the wind!
Regenerate! Leave the charges to me!
Not in your dream! Mega Ray!
Dragon Swarm! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Annihilation! Lightning! Downfall!
You picked the wrong fight!
Down on the ground!
You're mine!
Here!
Dragon Swarm!
Up and down! Let's go!
In a
Pierce
bind?
evil!
Dragon
In
Swarm!
here! Freeze Lancer!
Carve through armor!
Get on in there with the others!
Try my turn! You're mine! Dragon Swarm! Dragon Swarm!
Holy Land! I can do this all day!
Crush!
Everlasting jump!
Got it! Now's our chance!
Looking good!
Do it!
Double me! In an instant! Impact Clock!
At this point, we're practically sitting ducks.
Alphen, I've got this.
Right, I'll handle the rest.
Heads up, Alphen.
This is our chance! A weak point? You picked the wrong fight! Damn it! Looks like we're gonna have to take care of these first. Here I come! Dragon Swarm! Try harder! Not a chance! Strike! Tear! Try harder! My turn! Here I come! Hurricane! There! You're mine! There! Dragon Swarm! Try hard! My turn! Take this! Try harder! My turn! Crush! Burn! We did it.
Yeah, the astral energy is just...
That was harrowing. Now that we've taken care...
Yeah. I'm fine. I'm a freak that doesn't belong on Dana or...
I mean, sure. Maybe, but if we're talking...
I didn't have memories, a face, or a sense of pain. And then on top of that, I was born over 300 years ago.
Join the club. I have my thorns. Dohalim's a Renan lord who gave up his title. And Kisara believes Danans and Renans can live...
And I used to work for the Snake.
You guys...
Too much
Yeah, but Alphen, you do that thing where you grind your teeth really loudly in your sleep.
I don't see how that's... Well, at least it's not as bad as when...
When I what?
Whoa, guys!
You're the one who made this...
Thanks, everyone. I need to be better at not keeping this stuff bottled up, but I'm gonna work on it.
I wonder if she perceives being a mage to be a source of continual obligation.
Rinwell's pretty much the only one left. Sometimes I think it might have been easier for her.
just kept it hidden. But I guess that wouldn't solve much.
Indeed.
Crap!
Right. Hey. How?
Yeah.
Why you? Wait! What?
I see.
Huh?
Thanks.
Wait!
Huh? Really?
Good.
All right.
Maybe it's not so. What matters is that I found as long as I have. And after everything they've done for me,
You're looking pretty content.
yeah. I feel like life's taken a turn for the better all of a sudden.
Oh, that's good to hear. But why did you say you felt that way?
Oh, why can't you be more like Dohalim?
What?
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
Oh, wow!
Yeah. Oh?
Are we underground? This looks like the inside of some kind of ancient structure.
It seems likely that we're in a Dahnan temple. Instead of destroyed, it must have been buried and preserved. Either that, or it was constructed underground to begin with.
Careful! He's got company!
What the? Are those statues moving?
And attacking!
Dragon form! Dead! Inferno! Try harder! Take this! Dragon Swarm! It's over! Here I come! Strike! It's over! This one's all mine! Captivity! Catapult! You're mine! Dragon Swarm! Catapult! Can't get out of this! I'm not done! Back you up! Benediction life. Easter! Heal! Here I come! You're mine! I'm not done!
Catapult! That'll bring you down!
Take this! No escape!
Radiant!
Here! I'm not done! Dragon Swarm!
Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
There you go, Alvin!
It's time to end this battle!
I'm right beside you! Get toasty!
Burn strike! My turn! Win! Mirage! Dragon Swarm! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Glacial
Now!
Field!
Here I come! Back you blade! Resonate with the earth! This one's all mine! Win!
Do it!
On your still!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
What the hell was all that about? Those things didn't even look alive, let alone like Zubus.
They were part of these ruins, but it seems the astral energy changed them somehow. If I had to guess, I'd say there's something bigger lurking within that wants us gone from this place.
Whoever or whatever it is must really value its privacy.
You dare strike me from behind?
Let the marksman handle this!
Take it!
Flame of fury!
Dragon Swarm!
Glacial Spear!
I'm not done! There! Win! Here I come! Stardust! No escape!
Glacial Spear! Pierce evil!
Mirage!
Freeze Lancer!
I'm not done! Stardust! I'm ready! Don't leave!
Hey!
Blow them away!
How's that?
My turn!
These fists have got your name on them!
First strike! Dragon Swarm! Win!
Rip and tear!
By the power of Eagle
Hurricane Thrust!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! I'm on it! Come and get it! It was nice while I was
Win! Stardust! Tear! Hurricane Thrust! You're mine!
on your knees.
Take it! You picked the wrong fight! Take it! Dragon Swarm!
Healing Sword!
Lightning Blade!
Thanks for the healing. Watch yourself, okay?
Yeah, you too.
There!
Do
Dragon
it!
Shield!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! Not a chance!
Breaking
No
Dash!
escape!
Reload!
Tear! Here I come! Stardust! Hurricane Thrust! It's over! Tear! Hurricane
Now!
Thrust! Shield!
This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes, a merry distraction.
There's still more to go. Damn it! Out of ammo!
This one's all mine! Here I come! No escape! Win! Take this! I'm not done! Hurricane
Charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop.
No escape! You picked the wrong fight! You're my... No escape!
That'll bring you down.
You're finished! You're mine!
Now you see what I can do!
Annihilation!
Dragon Swarm!
Do it!
Stop!
Downfall!
Shield!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Dance in the
Now!
wind!
Dragon Swarm! Severing Wind! There! I'm ready! I'll burn it all! Flaming Pillar! Fire!
I'm
The flame inside is yours to be let free! Take this! I'm not done! Dragon Swarm!
In here!
Vacuum Blade!
Get on in there with the others!
Severing Wind! Here I come! Here I come! Here I come! No escape!
Light astral energy!
There! Dragon Swarm!
I'm ready! Lock! Get toasty!
Burn Strike!
Here's a healing
Now!
I've been
You're mine! There!
I'm ready! Manuel! Astral energy! Full throttle! A flawless victory!
Now! Here I come!
Naturally!
Soaring Blast!
I'll heal you all! In here!
There!
Healing circle!
Hitting power! Severing Wind!
Come
You're
forth!
mine!
Healing
Hurricane
circle!
Thrust!
Radiant Flood! Lightning power! Power of flame!
I'm not ready to see it!
No dawn shall break this night.
Eagle Ray! Dragon Swarm!
Now! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
The ancient Danans must have built it to honor the strength of the astral energy that runs through here.
But if that's the case, what does it have to do with that face we saw above ground?
Without further research, I wouldn't be able to say.
No escape! Tear! Tear! You're mine! Severing Wind! Here I come! Strike! Tear! Stardust! It's over! No escape! Vacuum Blade!
I'm ready! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! Now! You're mine! Try harder! Now!
Captivity.
Penumbra! You're mine!
Soaring Blast. Eagle Ray.
Take it!
Go get it!
I'm not done!
Down on the ground. Shine. Radiant
Try
Light.
not to kill!
Force of regeneration.
Regenerate! Eat dirt!
Is that a healing art? It is. I can't ignore your pain.
Do it!
Try to
It looks
kill
like you got... Go for it!
Prepare to crumble.
Here's a healing
Now!
art!
Take this!
First aid!
I have no limits! Dragon Swarm! Vacuum Blade! Severing Wind! Stardust! Hurricane Thrust!
Heal my weary companion.
I'll burn it all! Flaming Pillar! Fire!
Shine. Radiant Light.
Here I come!
Regeneration. Regenerate.
You must be tired of healing me. I'm merely doing what I can. Glad you're on our side, still healing.
Vacuum Blade!
Negative change.
Freeze Lancer!
You're mine! Tear! Stardust!
Do it! Force! Astral energy! Full throttle!
Now the flame inside me is yours to be let free! Run! Stardust! Mirage! Dragon Swarm! Here I come! I'm not done! Dragon Swarm! You're finished! Win!
Negative gate.
Here I come! Strike! No escape! There!
Come forth and healing flame! Reload!
You're mine!
To the fray!
It's over!
Blackened blade.
Dragon Swarm!
Do it! Take raging astral energy! Full throttle!
I'm ready! In an instant! Impact block! We work well together.
Now!
Finally time.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Here I go!
Now! Take this! Dragon Swarm!
Dance on the window! Illuminate the Do it! This one's got your name on it!
Ash to ash! Shine! My turn! Dragon Swarm! There! Regenerate! Dragon Swarm! I'm ready!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! My turn!
Heal my weary companion!
Dragon Swarm! Nice!
Gravitas Field! Illuminate the dark! Transform! Holy power! Holy word!
I'm ready! Blow them away!
Let me show you what my art can do! Rise and shine! I can't hold on much longer!
Be forgotten.
Captivity!
Radiant Pierce! Damn it!
No escape! Dragon Swarm! Severing Wind! Dragon Swarm! Dance!
Between heaven and earth! You get the gist!
Wind!
Heal!
Stardust!
Let's get you all tucked away!
Hurricane Thrust! No escape! Hurricane Thrust!
Holy Glimmer! Holy
Here! I'm not done!
Pierce evil!
You're mine!
Freeze Lancer!
No escape!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! Now! You're my...
Demon Blast!
Eagle Wave! Dragon Swarm!
Dance on the wind! Down on the ground!
Wind!
Now! Very well! Astral Energy! Full throttle!
Now!
Glacier
Here I
Spear!
come!
Pierce
Hurricane
evil!
Thrust! Strike! No escape! Stardust! Hurricane
Don't get
Thrust!
in my way!
Eat dirt!
Need to pull
You're
myself
mine!
together.
Dragon Swarm! Wind!
You're mine!
Hurricane Thrust!
Dating pile driver!
Here! I'm not done!
Do it!
It's still!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! My turn! Ha! No escape!
Reload! Where are you going?
On your wind!
The fluidity of your movements is simply incredible.
Stardust!
Illuminate the dark!
Hurricane Thrust! It's on! Eat dirt!
Gale Force!
You're mine! I'm not done!
Air Thrust! Do it! Chain between heaven and earth! Astral Energy! Full throttle!
Shine! Radiant light! Force of regeneration! Regenerate!
I owe you one.
I'm in your debt, Dohalim.
Then tonight's meal is on you.
You got it. What to make?
This place is rather gloomy.
Why don't you lighten the mood for us while we're here, then?
I'll see what I can do.
Different.
Stay sharp. It looks like we've got trouble.
Yeah, we can tell.
You got me in this fight.
It's over.
We've got Earth incoming!
They must have summoned them.
The last thing we need's a crowd. Let's dispatch them quickly.
Elusive deity!
Vacuum blade.
Watch this! Pile driver!
Burn!
Shine! Radiant light! Force of regeneration!
Dragon! I can do without this pain. I've been hit with something.
So even a masochist has his limits.
I'm not feeling so great. The flame inside me yearns to be let free. It's almost too strong. Then I'll split it open. Be my guest.
Now you see what I can now.
Take this.
Glacier Spear! Pierce evil!
I'm not done.
No
further! Louis! Here I come! Down on the ground! Swallow dance! Tornado drive!
I don't know what I'd do without you.
Perhaps now isn't the time?
I really don't.
I'm nearly done for. Benediction right. Now
Blah, blah, blah. Matt, I
let
got
me
it.
free you of your power. Back off!
Here's a healing arc.
Our attacks just bounce off!
We may have to wait for now.
Lightning orb. Lightning condensed.
I'm not
Metal ray. Gemini Aqua.
Here I come!
Can't see the hero. I'm on a roll.
Let me free you of your
You fight better at a distance. The further away, the better. You and I both.
It's in your hands now. Stay away from my friends! Soda!
A chain between heaven and earth.
Hurricane thrust!
A wailing density of lightning.
You're mine! No escape! The flame inside me yearns to be let free! Wide open!
Now!
Won't escape! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclo!
Now!
Heal my weary companion!
Hurricane!
Soda!
Glacial Spear. Pierce Evil.
Soda!
Freeze Laser.
Take this!
Reload! I'm out of ammo. Here's a healing arc. First aid.
Okay, here I go!
I'm all stuffed up. Gemini
Take
Aqua.
this! Dragon Swarm! Next!
As impressive as always.
Here I hope there was a
No, I mean, you're even better than ever.
I've never seen Xion actually look flustered.
Now, Dohalim. This one's got your name on it.
Ashes to ashes! A merry distraction.
There's still more to go. Dohalim. This one's got your name on it.
Ashes to ashes! Here comes something bigger.
New plan. Let's destroy this thing first.
Resonate with the earth!
Try harder! Now! Take this!
That'll bring you down. It's weakened.
This ends now! Try harder!
Glacial Spear.
I'm not
Pierce Evil. Freeze Lancer.
Easter!
Photon Blast. Purge Malevolence.
Dragon Swarm! Vacuum Blade!
Reload.
Maybe she'll keep her a little kindness, huh?
You're strong. You can handle it.
You can be really dense, Dohalim.
You're mine! Dragon Swarm! Okay, here I go.
Soaring blast!
Dragon Swarm!
Elusive deity!
There you go. Don't let up.
Soaring blast!
Purge Malevolence. Arcade Fireball.
Blind you with a jump!
Steel.
Elusive deity!
Healing Circle.
Getting
Where
close.
would that come from? Air Thrust. I owe you, Xion.
Healing is what my arts do best.
Thanks, Houston. All mine can do is cause
You
havoc and
picked the
destroy
wrong
the
fight! Dragon Swarm!
Shine! Radiant light! Force of
It looks like you got this one covered.
Air Thrust.
Now we're not going
Dance in the wind.
Its wings are lighting up.
It's getting ready to attack!
Why'd you heal me?
Such
To stop
tremendous
you dying?
power.
Don't face it head on!
No further!
Here I come!
Here's a healing arc.
Nothing more than to offer now! There! Dragon Swarm!
Mega Ray.
It's over! Dragon Swarm! Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down.
Dragon Swarm!
By the power of
It's
flame.
on!
Vanish without a trace.
Explosive Laser! Take this! Catapult! Front!
Glacial Spear. Pierce Evil.
I'm gonna need more of that medicine.
Sight. Demon Blast.
Sonic Spear!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss.
Shine! Radiant light!
You picked the wrong fight! Here I come!
Regenerate!
Dragon Swarm!
Let us take to the flame!
Try harder! My
Take
turn!
this!
Begin! Take this!
Raging Star! Healing Circle!
I have no
Couldn't
limits!
make it in time.
I'll bring you back from death to death!
There!
Breath of life.
Heal my weary companion! Tear! Soda!
I'm all smart!
Mirage! Dragon Form! I'll burn it all! Flaming Pillar! Fire!
Breath of life. Heal my weary companion.
Here I come! Dragon Form! There!
Need to pull myself radiant. Here! This one's mine! Illuminate the dark!
You're mine!
I'm
ready! Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Hold on to your heart!
Heal my
Here
no
I come!
further!
Lightning
I'm not changing tactics!
There's no telling what it'll do! Stay focused!
Seriously? More orbs? These things are starting to tick me off.
Breath of life. Heal my weary companion.
Cure! You're mine!
Heal my weary
Dragon
companion.
Form! There!
Another incantation ruined.
Sorry!
You'll pay for that!
Down on the ground.
Here I come! Strike!
Breath of life. Heal my weary
Still got some
companion.
fight left in me!
Cure. No odds of being interrupted.
Not a chance! I'm not done! It's over!
Between heaven and
Not
earth!
today!
A wailing
Take
beauty!
it! Try harder! Not a chance! No escape! Dragon Form! Take this! I'm not done!
Captivity.
Dragon Form! Severing Wings!
I'm ready! Kizara! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble.
Not a
Prepare
chance!
to be sealed. In a bind.
Here's a healing arc!
You may be strong, but I'll never back down!
Rain down and purify lightning! Thanks so
You're
much!
mine!
I'll heal you all!
Strike!
Meteor storm! A worm in struggle!
It's on!
Sorry, trouble. Can't move. Forgive me. This is my
Bring you
fault.
back from death to this!
Allow me to
I'll
help
bring
you.
you back from death to this! Can't this?
Rage. Breath of life. Heal my weary companion. Cure.
Lightning!
You're mine! I'm not done!
Glacial Spear! Here's the evil!
Ruin! Give me cure! You're finished! Dragon Form!
Fargo!
This one's all mine!
Here's the evil!
Not today!
A Breeze Lancer!
Here I come!
Here comes! I'll bring you back from death to
Here I
this!
come!
Waterfall! I'll bring you back from death to this!
There!
Dance in the wind!
I'll smash you.
Now! Kizara! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble.
I'll bring you back from death to
Take
this!
this! I'm not...
Rain down! Resuscitation! Will this help? Light astral energy! Healing circle!
Now I can let loose! Thanks, Shion.
Be careful not to overdo it.
I'm sorry. I'll do better.
From beyond, imbue this vanquished soul with life.
I'm ready! Now! You're my... Here I come! No escape! Dragon Form!
Mega Ray!
Try harder! My turn!
From beyond,
I'm not
imbue
done!
this vanquished soul with life.
Here I come!
Here's
The
a healing
flame
arc!
inside me yearns to
First
be
aid!
let free!
I've still got some fight left
Not
in me!
today!
Take
Lightning! Here's in the sky is mine!
no further.
Dragon Form!
Now!
Remember!
Astral energy!
Say no more! Got
I'll heal you all!
I'm not done!
Sure! Light astral energy! Get toasty!
Burn strike!
Here I go!
Now!
One more!
Tear!
Rain down!
Soda!
Purify annihilation!
Breath of life. Heal my weary companion.
I'm not done!
Cure.
Dragon Form!
One more! Where are you going? Got it!
No escape!
Now's our chance!
Dragon Form! All mine! Severing Wings!
Lancer!
Take it! Tear! Hurricane Thrust!
Soaring blast.
Radiant Pierce! Lightning! I'm going to need to use all
Ah!
the power of
Onward!
my healing arts to accomplish this. A chain between heaven and earth.
Wind!
A
this it?
Don't give up!
There!
Gravitas field!
Take this!
Light astral raging cascade!
Try harder! Not a chance! Take this! Here! Stardust! Hurricane Thrust!
This one's mine!
That's just...
Alright, it's showtime! Air thrust!
Dragon
Struggle! Winds of outstanding form!
You're mine! Hurricane Thrust! I'm not done! I owe you one.
Wind astral energy!
Here I come! Dragon Swarm!
Here's evil!
No escape!
Freeze Lancer!
Shine!
Radiant light! Force of regeneration!
No escape! Dragon
Let us
Swarm!
take to the fray!
The flame inside me yearns to be let free! You're mine!
Black and blue!
Whirling struggle!
Dragon Swarm!
Winds of heaven!
One final push!
Let's finish this off!
I'll do my best not to disappoint.
Dragon Swarm!
Stalagmite!
Healing circle! Flames will roar! Burning!
I owe you one.
Hit the wind! Air thrust! Healing light!
No
Here's
further!
evil! Magic is denied!
Heal my weary
Here I come!
I can carve through armor!
Hold nothing back!
Here's evil!
Dragon Swarm!
Eat dirt!
Sit down.
Swirl!
It's too much!
Dragon Swarm!
Lightning!
Wind! Penumbra!
Flame of fury!
Stardust! I'll burn it all! Flaming Pillar! Fire! This should do it! The flame inside! Be yours to be let free!
Where are you going?
Ready and raring!
Mega Ray!
Penumbra!
I'm not done!
It's in your hands now.
I can handle it!
Here I come!
There! Go! Go!
Here I come! Eat dirt! You're mine! Dragon Swarm! Vacuum Blades! You're mine! I'll smash you!
Hurricane Thrust!
Try harder! Not a chance!
Far enough!
Here I come! No escape! Vacuum Blades! Wind!
Flaming Meteor!
I'm not done! Dragon
Glacial
Swarm!
Spear! Here's evil! Take a guard! Ground and power!
Try harder!
If it's in the sky, it's mine!
Vacuum
Glacial
Blade!
Fire! Tiger Blade!
Wind!
Hurricane
Here I
Blade!
come! Still!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
There you go, Alphen!
It's time to end this battle!
I'm right beside you! Look! That weak point on his face is wide open!
That must be what the Zoogle was protecting.
Reload!
Thrust!
I'm out of
Stardust!
into the fray!
Tear!
Annihilation! Piercing Ray!
Hurricane Thrust!
Finish without us! That'll bring you down!
I'll smash you!
Here I come!
Hurricane Flood! Power of
Dragon
flame!
Swarm!
Finish without us!
There! Severing Wind!
Nothing gets by
Take
me!
this! Stardust!
Far enough! Lightning!
Tear!
Piercing
No
Roar!
escape!
Here
This
it
one's
goes!
all mine!
One more!
Eat
A
this!
guard! Searing Flame! One more! Do
Dragon
it!
Swarm! Still!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! I think it stopped moving.
Yeah. Hopefully things should be safe. For now.
guess...
Yeah.
You don't say.
This should be a good place to fight.
Wow, Kisara. It's so big.
You're talking about my shield, right?
Hey, she's pretty cute.
Who are you looking?
Good.
Really now.
I sense a strange power from this.
We should be able to cook here.
Doing some thinking?
Nah.
Is it a wonder to you, our group?
Maybe. We've got Dahnans, Renans, yet here we all are.
If anything, I'd say it's proof.
And with understanding.
I've always had a thorny relationship with others. I figured that... I mean, is it...
But now...
Right. Now... I know now. Everyone that you brought...
It wasn't just me. Swordsmanship's about all I...
You see? That's what...
What do you mean?
I mean, the bonds that you form with others. It's not just one bond for you. It's many, each with a heart of its own.
Hey, Alphen.
You know, I haven't thought about that before.
But now that you can feel pain again...
Did you like spicy
Not as much as I do now. At some point it just...
I can most certainly relate. Once you've had your...
I don't think that's got anything to do with
I just wish I could have gotten you into...
I like food that's dense and keeps you feeling full myself. It helps...
We all know you're a quantum...
What was that?
Nothing.
You know, I've also noticed Shion's not really into the same kind of food most Renans are.
That's so me! Even when I was little, I was all about food that gives me strength.
And I guess Kisara is so good at cooking fish.
I'm only good with fish because it used to be the easiest thing to get. When you...
I like fish just fine. But what I really like about your cooking is how it tastes homemade.
Really? You know, I used to cook a lot of...
When you get down to it, I guess the things...
What? Hey, guys!
What?
I know! The bag we kept it all in has vanished!
What?
Huh?
This affects you too, you know! We lost...
What? How could this happen?
Hunger is like that. The moment you know there's nothing you can do about it...
Whoever did this, I swear... Law?
What? Hey, don't look at me like that!
Hand it over.
Stay away!
Hey, I'm back!
Only a poignant reminder of how dangerous a food shortage can be in a collective.
I see. Does it have anything to do with why you're holding our food supply bag behind your back?
Kisara, let's talk for a bit.
I've been thinking about what... His reasons might not have been pure, but in the end, Dohalim, I thought... Everyone, after so much failure,
It doesn't matter.
I know what I want to say.
Everybody but you already...
Yeah. More to...
If we see that, I have to say though...
What, you didn't believe me before? If you need more... Don't worry. Once I finish folding these clothes, I'll go to sleep. Before we go, do you guys have everything?
That was quite the little adventure we went on.
What do you want?
That?
Do you mean that?
Hoodles.
Really? Not that...
Alvin always... Like the lamp?
I'll say...
Probably...
Hey!
Maybe if we...
Don't you think...
Good point.